Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich as Morocco. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So, we are slowly pushing our way up through Spain, or from Spain into France. And honestly, I think we're doing, I would say, pretty well, all things considered. And I was also thinking, like, between episodes, and by actually just a different recording session, but still, that as Morocco, we're kind of in a beautiful situation, right? Because we're in, like, a no-lose scenario. If Germany starts, you know, getting their shit kicked in, we just leave the Reichspakt. Like, no matter what happens, we will be golden. I mean, we still need the Egyptians to probably win their war against the Ottomans, but aside from that, we're basically we're looking pretty good. Okay, with 153 political power, let's go up to war economy. Fantastic. Can I maybe take you out? It's a little hard to say. I would. Let's try it. 83, 85. You can push in a little bit here. Now, I will say our units are not the greatest. We do need a lot more rifles. We're getting some from Afghanistan and from Austria, which is nice. We like having more guns. 2-4. You're defending pretty well. And it looks like the federal government has completely collapsed. Also, I saw that Liberia collapsed. Liberia is now controlled by the CSA. I don't think I've ever seen that happen in my entire life, but that's fine. Do we want to see if we can maybe take Bordeaux? Venezuela's elected a syndicalist government. And then it looks like the American Union State and the PSA are now aligning with each other to go kill the CSA, which, I mean, I understand. I get it. Division train time is 20%. Honestly, like, doesn't do jack shit for us. Germany sent a military mission. By the way, I believe this is actually the very first event we've ever gotten in this campaign. Germany has agreed to send a military mission to Morocco within the week. The group are sending a comprised of 50 advisors and support staff. So you will be, I mean, a little bit more organization. I mean, it's nice. I'm not going to be upset about it, but I will say it's not, you know, it's not a game changer. Let's just put it that way. Not aggression pact with the French Republic. No, I should have done that. I mean, it's fine for right now. It's not a big deal. But I was going to say, if we do need to go with the war with the French Republic, what do I do with you guys? I mean, I do want you out of here. So you can maybe take Bordeaux. You're at 85-47. Now you have 4 units here again. Now, I will say, it looks like the Commune's tank divisions are not doing that well. It seems like, one, they have no fuel, so that has to be good for both, well, good for dealing with the tanks and also make sure the French don't have any air forces. How many units do you have? 60 factories, 67 to 152. And you have decent manpower, all things considered. So the Dutch are almost dead. Germany is at 99%. So again, chances are we might not be able to actually ever overthrow the German yoke. It might just not happen this campaign for the reason that Germany is just doing too well. 85 on you. We have some reinforcements. We'll take the non-aggression pacts with the Entente, at least for right now. I know if we want to go to war with them in the future, we shouldn't be doing this, but what's your bonus again? Guerrilla fighter? You know what? Sure, take it. In case we need to use it against the French Republic. Shouldn't be too bad. Okay, push in, push in. We have 2 British divisions here, which I think is a little bit interesting. Do we want artillery? Am I even building artillery? What are we actually building? The answer is we're not building any artillery because I actually don't have the factories for it. But fuck it, let's just research it anyways. I'm sure it's not going to be a big deal one way or the other. And for our artilleries, I mean, a breakthrough plus 10%. I'm always a big fan of breakthrough. So I will definitely be taking it. 84, 43. See if you can counter up here. How are the Germans doing up here? I mean, they've lost a little bit of territory against the Internationale, but nothing, like, insane, I would say. Nothing completely ludicrous. And how's the front against the Russians doing? Well, they've been pushed back to the Dnieper. I believe this is the Dnieper, at least. So, I mean, they've lost some ground, but I think the Eastern Front seems to have stabilized, at least a little bit here. Yeah. I mean, that's good for us. And a naval invasion into the Marianas Trench. I will say, as Morocco, I don't think I give even the slightest amount of a shit about that. We can deploy motorized. We can deploy these cavalry as well. Actually, well, not yet, but you'll get us up to 19 out of 19. We'll send you to Red Army, please and thank you. And we just want... Liberia's dead. I mean, that we knew that was going to happen. There was no way in hell Liberia was going to withstand the French Republic. Okay, we'll see. The Ottomans have landed near Alexandria. They haven't taken the city quite yet. I mean, it is entirely possible, of course, that the Ottomans win the war. That is one of the possibilities for that conflict. So we can't just be like, oh, if Germany loses, we'll join up with the Egyptians. Because if Egypt just ends up, like, fucking dying, then obviously that's not something we can actually utilize. As sad as that is. How are you guys? 89, 87. Well, how much manpower does Germany have? I know the German economy should, in theory, be larger than the, yeah, it's definitely larger. 1 million manpower. It's pretty good. 180 divisions. It actually is surprisingly difficult to push through here. Now, we definitely can tell the French don't have more tanks. French armor support is going to collapse very, very, very soon. And I guess I don't need manpower, but I need more guns. But this is mostly for new deployments, which is not that big of a deal. And it's not like we actually need those new deployments. We're at 19 out of 19. It's one of those, it would be nice to have it, but we don't really need it. Can we actually buy more guns as well? I want to sort by amount on the market, but the other way, thank you. Let's get even more guns from Afghanistan, get them in 3 deliveries. You know what? Let's buy Austrian artillery pieces as well. I think both of those sound great. And we'll take a few more... Okay, we don't have enough factories for this. But having at least some artillery will be nice. Did our motorized get here? It did. Okay, it is on the front line now. And Bolivia's collapsed. So Argentina... Yeah, Argentina's actually got a pretty solid alliance going down in South America at the moment. Which I mean is fine. It doesn't really make a big difference to us one way or the other. Okay, 89. Give you a little bit of support here. 94, we push back the tank division, but that's not a huge surprise. Now, Amsterdam has fallen. Did you collapse? You did collapse, technically. Excellent. Venezuela joined the Internationale. Because, I mean, they're already at war with the Entente, so, I mean, that makes sense. They are mostly social democrats, but don't worry about that one too much. So who's else in the International? It's just Italy. I mean, the International is not that powerful. They haven't had a great campaign, all things considered. But now that Venezuela's in the war, that's probably going to give the Canadians something to do. Kind of stick to their own hemisphere. And I still want to surround Bordeaux. But they are not going to make it easy. Bismarck Sea, that is in... this is in the Asia. We don't worry about this. So what is our penalty here? Is it just that our units are not very good? I think it's just our units... Enemy superiority, terrain minus 30. I mean, we are attacking into a city, right? Yeah. And unfortunately... our units are not great. I mean, a lot of them are like 10 combat with. Because we just don't have that many guns. Special forces kind of garbage. The 15% war support is actually quite nice. I have realized that war support is a lot more important than I gave it credit for, or that I've been giving it credit for in the past. Now that there are so many ways to lose it, you know, combat casualties, bombing, and convoys lost, war support is a lot more important now than it used to be. It used to kind of be... honestly, I think it used to kind of be a joke. What do we even want here? Well, actually, Berber or Horsemen would be quite nice. I don't think we have any Berber horsemen on the front lines at this exact moment, but at some point we will. And we have our tanks here. We do not want you with... Actually, how many trucks do we have? 200? You would need 240. Mobile combat support battalions. Motorized artillery. Okay. Now, the thing is, we don't have... Actually, we do apparently have enough artillery for this, but we're not going to... we need to get rid of one of you. 180. How many tanks do I actually have? I have 81. The thing is, I don't want this to be... I probably want you to just be infantry. 14 combat width. Piercing's pretty good. Breakthrough goes down a lot because it's not filled with artillery pieces. And I mean, that's understandable. You know what? Let's throw in 2 pieces of artillery. Get you up to 20 combat width. That looks fine. Save you up. And we'll try to build just 1. Okay? Nothing too crazy. But if we're lucky, the Germans or somebody... This is for light tanks, huh? Reliability, speed. Let's go with a little bit of speed and defense. Sounds good to me. So you don't have to buy these rifles here. I'm surprised how many civilian factories we have. I think we've actually done quite well for ourselves. More rifles. We got some trucks. Anybody selling more light tanks? No. I mean, that's not a surprise. So you have 80 tanks, you have no infantry equipment, you have 1 artillery piece. Well, we are slowly buying more artillery pieces, so that's nice for us. Okay, so this British unit, I believe, is leaving. These 2 French divisions. I mean, it shows this to be 1 British troop. There are some units coming in to slowly reinforce this position, but I don't know if it'll be enough to actually hold. 5 units on you. Okay, we don't worry about these naval invasions. It doesn't actually matter so much. And you know what? I'm going to take a little bit of risk. Let's not even be in these areas near Pau. I'm just going to hope that the Spanish and the rest of the Entente can actually support that on their own. Okay, 9091. Bring more reinforcements. Hold position. 96 on the defense is quite nice. What do we want? What do we want? Again, the thing is, because we don't actually really have an economy, what we more are concerned about are just kind of flat upgrades. Just flat 10% bonus. Done. Research it. The other stuff isn't actually that important. You guys are not reinforcing at all. You have 7.2%. What if we push in all together? Fantastic. Have you guys here on support. Looks good to me. And again, Bordeaux, if we can take it. Toda artillery. Toda, no, we don't want Toda anti-tank. You seem kind of bad, honestly. You know what? Give me 5% more reliability. And then we want to upgrade you to be improved artillery too. Now again, we don't actually have any factories for this. Do I actually need these trucks as well? We need 90. Well, let's delete you. And then we'll put the trucks back into this list. Do we have enough trains? We have enough trains. Okay, cool. Honestly, world's greatest economy right here in North Africa. Okay, hold position. Move back in. Keep 2 of you guys back for right now. I know your organization is bad, because I kind of keep throwing you into the meat grinder that is Bordeaux. Also, I have no manpower. There you go. Now I have 18,000 manpower. It's crazy how that works, huh? So we get, what, 0.69? I do want to get extended conscription when possible. So I wonder if we, just for our next focus, we just don't actually take a focus. And instead, mostly just rely on, just don't do anything. Just we get 1.69 instead. And use that to slowly build up our political power. Get ourselves to extended conscription. And, be able to deploy some more troops. And not take, heavy losses if anything too bad comes of it. I wonder if we want to maybe support Nah, I think what we're doing right now is fine. I was wondering, do we want to go up to support the Germans in like Belgium? But I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's what we actually want to do. We're kind of just, I mean, we're hanging it a little bit. What are you guys doing? I don't know where these Kenyan troops are off to. They're just kind of, mostly they're just kind of fucking off. Which, I mean, that's fine. I'm not going to blame you for just kind of leaving. How can you guys not just take this the Hague yet? Okay, I think we did push a little bit past the Dnieper. So that's good on you. But the rest of the front is fairly static. Okay, actually, the French do another tank division here, so that's good for them. And how's 1.2, 0, 0, 0, and 0. We can't do too much there. Okay, delivery 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3 on you. What do I need? More artillery wouldn't hurt, more trucks wouldn't hurt. Yeah, it's mostly just a, we need rifles. Yeah, more rifles from Afghanistan. It'll take 7 deliveries, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. If it takes 7 deliveries, then it takes 7 deliveries. Okay, Peru and Bolivia have unified. Congratulations to them. I will say, I do think the CSA is going to end up winning their war in North America. So that could see the Entente kind of completely collapse. Well, at least the Canadians will collapse. Then, you know, the French Republic is going to be in charge. Okay, Bulgaria has won the Balkan War. Again, don't take anything. Just ignore this until we have 150 political power, so we will be able to... Oh, Serbia was able to join with the Moscow Accord? I mean, you literally don't have an army. Greece had joined up with Moscow Accord. I honestly didn't... I thought if they lost, they actually couldn't do anything. It is so funny to me, though, that Serbia, Greece, and then probably Romania as well, they literally just lost the war against Bulgaria. And immediately, they're like, you know what? What if we go to war with the Germans instead? You know, I can't imagine that working too well. But, I mean, I guess we'll see. Like, how many ships does Greece have? 1 to 2 divisions. 1 to 2 for Romania. Serbia literally has none. Bulgaria, though, is a bit of a beast. Bulgaria has done very, very well for itself. Now, we are having some supply issues here. If I put you up to maximum, do we have the supplies for this? Barely. It's very, very, very close. But we do have enough supplies. Allows these units not to be taking any penalties. You know what? Send in the army. The 10% consumer goods modifier doesn't matter in the slightest because we basically don't have an economy. And the stability going up. You know, more political power gain, more factory output, more dockyard output. Those are nice. Even though we basically don't have any resources, any little bit helps. Any little bit does make a difference. Now, Ireland has been killed. And Canada is definitely not living to see... Oh, the French Republic landed in Toulon. I mean, that's nice. I'm kind of surprised they were able to get that done. I mean, there's so many units in Holland right now. Ireland is now dead. What if we do something like this? Again, if we can push away towards this river... 9280, because you got some reinforcements in here now. Terrain is not great. Airspeed, I mean, airspeed already doesn't matter that much. Presumably, that's because the International literally doesn't have any oil for their aircraft. Which, I mean, would make sense here. You want to take this province. And we can deploy our cavalry. I'm not going to do that quite yet. One, because we don't have the actual limit for it. Okay, 96, 99. We've taken this province. Excellent. And I do want to take here. Take these 2 tanks out. Push away towards the river, because the river is going to be way, way, way more defensible. And allows us to maybe threaten and encirclement of Bordeaux. That's kind of where my thought process is at the moment. But I will say that at least right now, thanks everybody for watching. My name is Wim. If you enjoyed, my thumbs up. Not enjoying, thumb down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.